Apologies for that. I hadn't realised I hadn't muted the other one, so you were probably hearing two of this starting the whole time. So apology, and also apologies. I won't be a second. Just get everything enabled. You'd think I'd be more organised, seeing as I was off work today, but nope, less organised than usual. How's everybody doing, by the way? Happy Monday. And hopefully the ones of you who are having their happy bank holiday. Those who have the bank holiday. Right, so this is courtyard area. I was thinking originally of putting jousting or something in here, but I'm not 100% sure. But hi Eliza, how are you doing today? It's good to see you. So what I need to do is figure out how, if this is going to be a pathway up from the jungle. I have a couple of things to figure out. It's a case of how do I want to connect to the islands? So I'm thinking of maybe putting a bridge in, a set of archways, and then connect a walkway up, which we can then do through here. But if I do bring horses, same as usual, busy working on Alice. Oh yeah. And if I do, then this needs to be different. It can't be as steep, and neither can that. So I need to push this back a bit. How many blocks is it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 would go to here. Okay. We need to change the shape. Then I'll need to figure out how to do the same with this. But seeing as the doorway's there, I may have to take it 10 that way instead. Just to make it slopes instead of straight up and down pretty much. That's not what I want. Who I want. Just so I can mark the places. Then we'll figure out where we get to from there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It may possibly be there. Yeah, we need to alter this. Did everybody have a good Easter weekend? Or a good weekend if you don't celebrate Easter? I know it's nice to have a double bank holiday. Here in the UK anyway. So there we go. That would come forward to there. Okay, so I need to take this lot out. And then it's going to be 3 wide each one. Great time spending with family. Oh, that's awesome. Back afterwards. I had fun playing Minecraft. Which isn't too bad. I got a fair bit of work done on the castle. which we can take a look at later. Probably should have started working from this side because, yeah, that's the thing. Hi, Ali. How are you doing? Happy Monday. How are you doing today? And hopefully everybody can hear me. Yep, the mic looks like it's working. You good? No work today? Yep. Bank holiday. Let's take this out. And we'll reshape. Oh, that's great. Thanks, Eliza. The problem is if I take my headset out and plug it back in, it doesn't always register it in OBS, even though OBS is started up after the headset is plugged in. I sometimes have to take it out and plug it back in again. So it can be awkward. Then I forget to double check. So we just need to make this slope smoother, because if horses were coming up, getting them to come up something like that seems a bit weird. I'm sure we could get them to come up them, but let's at least make it a little bit smoother. Right. It was nice to see so many people on the server this weekend. But it may be a case of it's always busy later in the evening. It's just with having a bank holiday weekend, I was up a bit later than normal a couple of the days. Okay, let's go rescue those blocks. There's no point wasting. Okay. Because we just need to put blocks back in anyway. Let's... I think that's all of them. Looks about right. Yep, we're not too bad. Bank holidays, they tend to... And Easter holidays for those who are students. Apologies for all the knocking out, but it's a case of I can't leave it as it is. It just won't work. I got the trial chamber cleared, so I got the copper and the tough bricks and everything else out of the trial chamber we did on Friday. So we now have plenty of copper to be going on with. Have about almost, I had started off after the chamber was finished, almost 3 shulkers of copper blocks. Which hopefully will give me most of what we need, if not all. Hopefully I'll know for sure for the outside by the end of the week. I'm hoping to get the external of the castle, the basic structure anyway. I know there'll still be a lot of decorating on the roof sections and so on. But I would like to get the rest of it done by then. Okay, so right, so I want this to be 3. Well, that was I'm not sure. Hang on. Let's just make sure nothing weird's going on down here. Sometimes it gets backfilled and I have to double check that it's still running. Same with this farm. Let's just make sure it's running right. I have an overflow, so if it isn't running right, like now, it all goes into lava. So nothing mounts up. Second, got to put you back. Fortunately, we've got lava, like I said. So when it goes weird, it bins it and doesn't gather up stacks and stacks of the stuff. Oh yeah, so so far I've got that little bit to finish there. I now have a roof here and here and here. So progress has definitely been made. So once that bit there is done, I'll be able to then just concentrate on the 2 towers there, this bit round here, and the additional tower here. So progress is definitely being made. Let's go grab some rockets. It would come in handy to have them. So like I say, by the, yeah, it's pretty big. I'm hoping by the end of this week, because I'm off this week. I've got this week off work. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get all the walls in. So then we can start working on the interior. I know what I want to do with that section there. So it's not too bad. I also need to sort out the island in front of it. What I want is where we come up, we come across with a bridge from there to the island, and from the island I want one pathway to wind up here. Then I want another pathway to wind around that side of the island, leading to the front of this section. Let's go down to the front here, and I want that big archway to become a doorway, the second archway to become a doorway, drop them down, and have a path that comes up, comes towards there, curves across and comes down and back through a woodland. This is Tango Tech's Patreon server, so it is the $10 tier a month for him, and I believe it is exclamation Tango Tech, I think. Nope, it's not that. What is it instead? I can't remember the command. But it should be in the description, because I usually put it there. Let's open up in a new tab. Apologies. Open a new tab. Oh, that's not what I want. Bless it. Opening new tab. Usually have the commands. Command. Tango. That's why, not Tango Tech. There you go. That's a link to Tango Tech's who plays on Hermitcraft's Patreon server, which this is. So, right, so let's go back here. Yeah, it's like I said, it's pretty big, but I want a pathway from there coming up and round the island towards the doorway, and then kind of curve back round. I hope it'll work out really well. But there's still a lot of work to do. I've still got the island to build, which will be interesting. It always is. But I would like to get the... oh, okay, so you're definitely in the wrong place, but that's okay. We'll just take it to the edge anyway. I will need to pull this tower down a bit, which is fine. There's plenty of room to do that. It's just kind of duplicating that, bringing it down and building down on those walls as well, so that it meets the stone. But we need this section of the courtyard slash area we may put the jousting. or some whatever we decide to put here in the end. Because it may be, if I'm going to have to put a kind of a forested area on part of the island for the path to come through, it might be worth putting that kind of area out there rather than in the castle courtyard. What do you guys think? With plenty of time to figure things out, I hope. Right. Okay, 3 more. Yeah, it's kind of going to be a steady slope up. I know it's solid blocks at the moment, but just trying to think. You know, we don't have grass half blocks, which would be nice. Or layered dirty to make the transitions a bit smoother. Right, so you're there. Oh, yeah. Let's deal with the mobs and light things up. Not very good at shooting. Okay, so let's hit F7. There we go. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Ali. Right, so 1, 2, 3. It'd be nice to put a half slab. If you know what I mean, just to make it smoother. It looks like I took out some blocks I didn't need to take out. But that's okay. And it looks like I didn't gather all the blocks back up. That's why I brought extras. Because I figured I'd lose some. Yeah, definitely should eat something. Otherwise I'm going to go kersplat and end up dead. I still have the extra tower bits to put on up there. At least it doesn't take too long to pop down the blocks. That's the floor level for up here anyway, but it may change a little bit, so let's just bring it in and I'll figure out the interior area later. Right, so let's stick you there. That should help with that. Yeah, I could have left these couple of blocks in. So we took out blocks. I took out blocks I didn't need to. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to put the jousting outside on the island instead of in this courtyard. Where I was originally thinking of putting it. But I still want this to be more like a service entrance than the main entrance to the castle, which is that bit over there that we were discussing earlier. So in which case... what do we put in here? Wonder about some horse stalls, etc. I'm not too worried about the wall yet. We'll fix that afterwards. In which case we're going to need a pathway through here. Okay. Like I say, I don't want this to be the main entrance. I just want this to be a side entrance. Oh, I also need to put in a portcullis. So let's go get the materials for a portcullis while I think about the path for a minute. And then I'll worry about this section afterwards. Every time I think of new things, the project ends up getting bigger and bigger, and it's a case of, okay, I don't need it to be getting bigger and bigger. I need it to be stuff that I can detailing stuff that can be done later if I have time, kind of thing, and get the main castle done and decorated first. Well, let's turn that off so it's not annoying you. Right, so I want some of these. Let's see how many of those we've got. I wonder how the nether brick would look. We have plenty of netherrack. Oh, you will notice the shulker monster's gone. I got rid of the shulker monster down here last night. After finishing clearing the trial chamber of its resources, I there was only a couple of hours before I went to bed. Well, not defeated, because there's still that bit of the monster up where I've got all the materials for working on building the castle, but the interior shulker monster's been defeated. I was coming over here for something. What was it? Coming over for here for scaffolding. That's what I was coming to grab. I'm just wondering about whether we need to... Okay. Let's grab a shulker of And we'll cook this. Don't think I have any already cooked. Yep. Like I said, it was a case of, okay, there was a couple of hours, it was after 10 o'clock, and it was case of, okay, after 10 p.m, and it was a case of, well, I'm going to be going to bed about midnight-ish, so I figured it would be worth spending the time productively and just tidying things up. Let's wait for it to come back. It's not a very good shulker loader, but it works. Let's get a stack and change a stack of it into nether brick. It does the job. Like I say, there are a lot better ones out there. $11, $12, so let's do 12. Gives me 3. There's not really that much difference colour wise between that. Wrong one. And that. Where are you? I don't have the axe on me. Never mind. So it might be worth doing a few of each and maybe do a bit of mix and match. Let's get you. That gives us 42. Not enough to do that. Okay, we'll work with what we've worked with that and see if I decide to go with it or not. The brick won't be wasted. Because what I'm thinking is where... Okay, let's go get an axe. It might help. We can test on one of these bits. My backup gear. But I'm not sure. Oh, it won't join together, will it? Ah, that's a shame. I was thinking of making it multicoloured, if you know what I mean. A bit of detail in it. But you can't join different... So that rules that out. That's a shame. Dark oak. I wonder why they did that. Excuse me. I'm sure they had the reason. Right, so grab you. Yeah. I know I'm just trying to figure out where we bring it down to. Okay, so that's one less than each. You bring that to level. Okay, that's one further down. Okay. Some of these need to come all the way anyway and go all the way across, so what did I say to that one? This one, that one matches there. Okay, we may have to alter it more in a second. I'm just eyeballing it as we build. It may not look right. Hi Samaz. Oh, it wasn't that. It was just a case of the you can't mix the you can't seem to mix them together with the nether brick ones of these fences, which seems weird. But yeah, I guess I could use mangrove if I needed to. I'm also thinking this isn't quite right. Don't like the shape quite as much. Try that. How are you doing, Samaz? Can't really see it too well, can we? Maybe from the outside? Looks like... Have I missed something at the top? Because that looks weird. I think I've missed one. Yeah. Okay. think I need some block. I need to see it better from a distance. Let's... Okay. I'm not so sure on that. So I am going to, instead of having it arching, come on. I'm going to put it straight across. Just see if that works better. Okay, well, I know what we're going to do. Down here. We're going to get some droppers, dispenser, probably droppers rather than dispensers because they're cheaper. Kind of like we did here. But unlike being straight here, I am wondering about... Let's find you. Oh, do I have droppers? I may have droppers in here. I'd sooner use droppers than dispensers. Servers, dispensers, droppers. But I'm not sure that's enough. Oh, okay. We'll take a mixture of both. Okay, and... Ooh, I wonder. It's a thought. Six of those, because I'm wondering... Hang on. It's always a pain. I would have to grab my scaffolding. And do maybe every other one of those. As if it's a spike going into it. It's a shame we don't have something similar. Hang on. Let's grab some chains. They're not solid. But I'm wondering if they'll blend in better. Nah, they wouldn't do. Because they're not solid. Okay. It was worth a look. Because the only other ones are the end rods. So I'm not sure the lightning rods are going to work. purely because of the colour. Right, so fortunately I don't have to dig things out here. It goes on this one. No. And no, you can't shape them. They'll point up, but they won't. Ooh. No. Yes. Yes. Definitely yes. The it is. Thank you, Mojang. I have now changed my mind about them not connecting the nether brick wall fences and the wood fences, because I've now had a thought. If I alternate them, every other one, a wood fence to a nether brick fence, they won't match together. They should. As if they would go into the ground and go and sit into these. So I've 100% changed my mind. Thank you, Mojang. What can you say? Give me 5 minutes and I'll change my mind. Typical. Sometimes give me 2 minutes and I'll change my mind. And then sometimes I can be really stubborn and digging my heels and won't change my mind no matter what. Right, so that fixes that. So when they come down, they would seat into these. Now we just need to do the same on this side. 12 of them, so we did have enough. Right. Wooden ones, nether brick, dark oak. Come back, all is forgiven. It's guaranteed. Get you. Yep, you as well. Okay, so we need a bunch more. Nope, I'm not making another crafting bench. I have over a stack of crafting benches because I keep making crafting benches instead of going and using my crafting bench. So this is the only shulker monster I've got left. It's still a reasonable sized shulker monster. But the interior shulker monster is gone. Hopefully be able to just fill things in. So, netherrack. Or nether brick even. No, not there. And that fixes that. Yep, I definitely wouldn't want to be caught on the underside of that if it just dropped. So now I need to figure out the pathway in. Oh. Do I want stone? Maybe cobble, mossy cobble. Because this isn't supposed to be the posh entrance. This is where you bring your horse and cart and other stuff so things can be unloaded. So in which case... stone, mossy cobble, cobble. Would I want mud? Mud and mud brick kind of thing. Okay, let's get some... well, let's... Do I have an empty shulker in my ender chest? If not, I can always make one. I know I've got my ender chest here, but I may as well keep my shulkers together for the moment. Yeah, I do. Here we go with the start of another shulker monster, just after I tidied some up. Okay. Cobble, mossy cobble. Maybe a bit of stone. Let's see. There's cobble. Have andesite. Won't want that. I have stone over there. But I want tough. Let's take a little bit of tough. I don't want to take the tough bricks, although I have a whole bunch of them. So maybe we have some cracked stone somewhere. Pretty sure we do. Yeah, some cracked stone. Here's mossy stone. I have moss over there. The andesite we may not use. Like I say, I don't want it to be I know this is a roof level and it's still a bit mossy-fied, but I don't want it to be. I want to be bit more rough. Okay, so put you in there. Take a couple of stacks of you. I need a stone cutter. I'm never organised. Let's go grab a stone cutter. Let's stone cutter. Here we go. A stone cutter. Oh, crafting bench. Seeing as we're here anyway. Yep. Anything else? Probably a bed. Purely because we're going to have phantoms spawning before too much longer. That's the way it works. Okay. Server restart in a few minutes. So, yep, we're going to get kicked in a second, so we'll have to wait until we're back up. So most people back at work who had the bank holiday this weekend? Tomorrow? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was about to take off and then I thought maybe not. It might be best to wait a second or two. Hi Bowser, how are you doing? It's good to see you. I'm back on the assembly line tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, I've got the rest of the week off because I took the rest of the week off. So, not back to work until next Monday. It gives me plenty of time to play Minecraft this week. My nose is a bit stuffy, so I'm hoping I'm not coming down with a cold. It'd just be typical though. You take a week off and come down with something. I'm just hoping it's a changeable weather because it's been wet the last couple of days instead of it being so nice as it has been lately. Yeah, sometimes you do. Sometimes you just need that break. Right. So I wanted that. I want that. Let's put a bed down so we can reset our phantom timer. There we go. Oh no, I don't actually want half slabs. So they weren't the right block to bring. I need to go grab some of the tuft. This set, I believe. Oh, and thank you to those who gave me resources, Ali and Samaz. Because I used a bunch of them to do these roofs this weekend. So I still need to figure out what we're going to do to decorate those areas because I don't want them just leaving like that. They need things on them. It's all good. I think I may have I'm hoping I have enough, if you know what I mean. So if you've got extras, that's great. If not, please don't worry about it. Any extras I have, I'll drop off at the community chest monster. It's very handy for people. So I want some normal brick. Want the cobble. I want some mossy cobble. I do like that we can use the moss and the cobble together. We'll see how they do. I don't want too many different variants. Yeah, building the tunnel is always interesting. Especially when I've got to build my tunnel at some point. It's what, 1200-ish at least blocks long. We put in the basic, very tiny height right at the beginning of the season. Yeah, beginning of the North Tunnel, just after the rocket farm. There's a community chest monster there. That way people can drop things off that they no longer need and have a look to see if there's something that you do need. Which is awesome. I usually just do it in one block and then break things out, but we're doing it slightly different today. Remember to go under the edge. Okay. Alright, let's try the mossy. Oh, I want the cracked brick. Rather than the full normal brick. I don't want the normal brick. I want to keep that for an area that's a little nicer. So let's put you in there. Grab the cracked brick. I want it to look a little bit more rougher. I'm still not 100% sold on the portcullis, but keep these more towards the centre, I think. In the areas that would have been mostly walked on, especially with horses' hooves. Right. Let's go mossy brick. We'll need to go back through with more blocks because we've got still a lot. I think I'll use more cobble though. Grab it, you. Would it work? It wouldn't work. Never mind. I was thinking of an upside down, trying to make a guttering kind of thing. Maybe the mossy cobble would be better. Rather than the cobble, as long as I can get the angle right. Yeah, we'll do it that way. And if I don't like the look of it, we can always take some of it out. We'll do 2 stacks. It's handy to have a moss farm. I think does need breaking up a little bit though. What do we have left? We have tuft and cracked. So okay. Get you in here. Can always take more out. Oops, not you. Nope, axe doesn't work. Let's put cracked in just to break it up a little bit. So although we have a fair bit of this, we don't have too much, but we'll see. Right. Now, it's all very flat, so I'm wondering if I do want to knock some of it out and put in the occasional bump. Not too much, but just the occasional bit. Okay. We'll try it. See if we like it. If we do, we'll keep it. If we don't, well, we'll just remove it. Fortunately, we get the blocks back. Right, so get some mossy stairs, cobbled stairs. And some tuft stairs. I'm not going to use half slabs because that will make it really deep. And when you're walking on it, you kind of fall into it. Whereas I'm hoping, well, that wouldn't make it the way I wanted it. Then we can at least walk across the top of it without too much hassle. There we go. We've got some little holes. The question is, do I want to put... I was thinking about putting water in them, but it would look weird because it's not an open sky above it. Not that... I wonder if I should change... Yeah, I'm going to change those. I'm going to go grab some more deep slate tile blocks. And we'll put tiled there. Or at least we'll try the tiled there. It may not work out. So, deep slate. Take 2 stacks. Well, you were wrong. What I wanted was those. Stick you in here. They'll come in handy because I use them in the castle design, so they're not wasted. I do like the way these worked out. Okay, so I'll replace that block in a second. Let's get this side. Anybody else crick their neck to look round the corner of a flat screen? It's a silly thing to do, I know. But I do it anyway. Let's... what have we got? That'll do. Okay. I think that's better. It's a shame it's not... we don't have a mossy variant of it, but... it is what it is. Right. Now the question is, how do I deal with this area? I can put down the grass or the moss. But I don't want it to be manicured. Let's get that lot out of there. We have a shulker monster box here. You can go in there. That way just the shulker monster stuff goes in that one. Okay, I'm wondering about a stable. Or at least somewhere to tie up your horse. And I'd also need a flat courtyardy kind of area. And this won't stay this steep. This will be as... We'll do the threes again there. This needs to be more of a storagey kind of area. But let's get the grass in first. Hang on. I need to put an edging block. Let's go raid the shulker monster again. It's one of those cases of it's on the fly building now because it's details. Apparently I had some in there already. Okay. Just do you. Where do I get to you? Be interesting. There we go. I know some of it isn't going to be visible. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3. Get rid of that. This is going to have to be pulled down anyway, so I'll leave that alone. And I'm going to have to put a central pathway up. In fact, some of those blocks, well, they're going to be just hidden anyway. Where's my shovel? There's my shovel. So I'm thinking some sections of this may need to be Pritzel and mud, maybe. Unless we go posh, in which case if we go posh I'll have to take that out and put a nice thing in. But I don't want, like I say, I'm thinking this is more of a service entry. So let's get this lot in. Okay, so those windows aren't where I need them to be. So I need to move them anyway. So I wonder, I don't move the windows, I make a solid wall and I put a stable against that wall. Then you come in and you can drop things off and but if I do that, I need to alter this again. Okay. I do that. Then could get okay. I probably shouldn't take the blocks out. I should actually just put a line of blocks in on top of it. Grab a few more. So let's say there. Put blocks in just to take them out again. And I'll end up putting some of them back in. So I'm thinking that this corner should have the stables and an unloading area. For wagons. Then maybe we can have some areas where things like barrels or what have you are stored. So how wide is this? I won't want it to come right up to the edge, so easiest way to count. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 30. 30. And how much are you? $27. Okay. So we could have a square. F3. Sorry, F7. Let's get rid of you. That's 27. But it's only 27 down there. It's not 27 up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah. Get you. It's always fun and games. I always end up changing things. I better eat again, haven't I? There we go. Okay, so we need some more of those. Do I have some more carrots on me? I have tons of, yeah. I have tons of them in storage. I say tons, a shulker and a half. I went there to get some stone. I come back with carrots but no stone. Okay, so that would bring us a flatter area there. What I need to do is do the 27. Apologies, I won't be a second. Sorry about that, my phone was going off and it's unusual for anybody to ring at this time of the day. Let's try that again. So I said 27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only I missed the call anyway. Right, so that would come out as far as there. One, two, three, 5. So where's the 10? That would be 10. Makes it very narrow there. Okay. I think I'm changing my mind. I'm going to leave the bottom layer in because I'll probably end up changing it back. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The tower's in the way for what I wanted to do. But I don't want to get rid of the tower. I was thinking of doing an L shape. With the horses in one area and a bit of storage in the other. But I may have to just do an area that just goes across. I've got some on me. So how's the best way to deal with this? So I was thinking a 27 by 27 square with an L shaped for the stables and the remaining bit of it for stuff like putting a cart in it. What I could do, which would keep the tower, the top part of the tower, is I could kind of chop it off and have it. That might work. Okay, that may work. Just gonna, because what we kind of have here is kind of stopped this tower bit by this will be a balcony so that you can walk out on. And in one area of the build, it tapers in instead of out. So I'm thinking I may do that here instead. Okay. Let's get rid of the grass. We have some more of those. Don't think so. I need those stairs that we made earlier. Here it is. Because here we have it kind of overlap and it connects in. I'm thinking of doing something similar in that area, which would get rid of that bottom part of the tower. Where are you? You. And we'd want some deep slate. Bricks. So let's see if we can do that. As long as I'm in the right place. And that would give us a kind of a square area. Let's go here. Let's see if we can get the shape right on this edge first. Fortunately, it's all square down there. It's not half slabs or what have you, so I can just do that. Right. So what I'm thinking is that bit first. Right. So I want you. Oops, not there. So you'd need to go as well. And then we'd go there, and then maybe a half slab here and here. Takes us back a little bit, and then another one of those. So I may change that. In fact, I'll change that as well. We're going to need a full slab. And what's on top of this? I need to get to this area. You'll do. Then I can put that under there. Then you don't need to be there because you're in the wrong place now. Then we can do that again. And that. And I'll figure out tidying that up. It goes 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3. Then this would go down again here with the same. Actually, that wouldn't go that way. This would go that way, and then it'd go that way. And then we'd need it to go down one more set, which would be, hang on, how did I do that? Yep, just go here, as long as I can get the angle. Wrong way. Which would then, oops. I'm going to knock these out and do them on a bit of a lower level. Okay, the scaffolding went. It fell, but not as far as I thought it fell. So then you would go that way. Okay. Right. So if you go that way, that gives us that. Just stop falling off things for a second. Okay. So then we just need to take this lot out. Then we can try and bring this into the wall. Let's flip that one and see if I can just... grab these without losing them. Hopefully I got them all. Grab you back. You'll do for the moment. Okay. Oh, at least I've got an idea of what the plan is. So yeah, we'll take these bits out, but not those bits. Get rid of this bottom part of this tower. Square this area off a little bit. And yes, it was a pain to build in the first place, but it is what it is. It's just getting in the way of a change of plan. But then when I designed it in creative, I knew that it wouldn't stay the same once I built it in survival. It was guaranteed there would be sections of it that needed drastic alteration as we put details in. And that's fine. It comes with the territory of playing Minecraft. And we get the blocks back, as long as I pick them all up. But I need this to be a flatter area. I need this section to be flat. It can't be the smooth, the sloped area that I was thinking originally at the beginning of stream. And there's still more areas I need to change. see a whole bunch of blocks down there. We'll go rescue them in a second. Glad we've got a bit of a platform. So it saves the blocks. Well, most of them. It's surprising how far some of these blocks have travelled. Let's go here. Yeah, I always forget to use the F3B. I really should use it a lot more, Ali. You're 100% right. Let's grab the scaffolding as well. There are bits all over the place. So yeah, what I'm going to do is taper that in so it meets that wall. And then if I get rid of these two windows as well and put in just a smooth straight wall, I can then build a stables area in this corner, which should work well. So we'll continue with that tomorrow. We've just hit the 2-hour mark and I'm ready for my tea. So let's see who is streaming and who I can send you amazing people to. And I do appreciate you stopping by, because you do make it much more fun. So let's see who is streaming. Oh, Tango's streaming. So that makes it simple. So let's go /raid Tango Tech. Okay, so I'll send you all Tango's way. You guys have a great rest of your day. Take care and have fun. And hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow if you're around. If not, whenever next. Bye now.